everybody, welcome to today's video, which is inside because the weather is so horrible. It is just throwing it down with rain. So today's video is going to be about Your Horse Live. Last year I wrote a blog about it, but this year I thought I would do a little video about it because my sort of plan for the weekend's video has gone astray because of the weather. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about who I saw there, the demonstrations and things, and then I did a little bit of shopping there and a few other bits that I've picked up shopping at other places. I thought I would just show you what I've got. So this year I went to Your Horse Live just for one day. Last year I went for 2 days because in the past I found you can't fit everything in if you just go for a day. They have so many demonstrations on in the main arena, and sometimes you can spend time queuing, or they do, although they have the same people doing demonstrations in the morning as the afternoon, they tend to do slightly different demonstrations in the morning and the afternoon. So last year I went and I watched the demonstrations in the main arena all day one day, and the other day I did a bit of shopping, but I also went to the smaller arena and I went to what they call the Equine Learning Zone, where they do little talks. This year they've changed it in that you couldn't, if you wanted to buy an advance ticket, which basically means you get a ticket, if you buy a standard plus you get a special seat in the arena, which means you don't have to queue for like an hour to get into to see a demonstration, because if you have to queue for that long obviously you miss loads of stuff. But this year you could only go into the arena for half the day rather than the whole day. So basically I only went for a day this year because I did the arena in the morning and the other stuff in the afternoon. So the first thing I did when I got there, because the first demonstration didn't start till a little bit later, I went to the rescue village, which I usually go because it's basically a few sort of indoor stables or temporary stables with horses. So it's weird, isn't it, though? Even though I see mine every day, it's still nice to go and say hello to other ones. Anyway, in the past there's been quite a few different charities there. This year it was obviously sponsored by Red Wings, which is the charity that I give a bit of money to. They obviously had sponsored the rescue village, so they were the only charity with horses in there, but they were sharing it with Rare Breeds this year, which was quite interesting. So it was nice to see 2 of the Red Wings horses that are at the centre close to me, Muesli and Marmite. It was nice to see them. I think they're the same ones that came last year. They're so chilled, it's amazing. But also they had, as I said, some rare breeds, so as well as Hovis, I don't know if any of you follow Hovis, they had several other big breeds. They had and they had some RSK ponies, which I've read about because I've been blogging about rare breeds this year. I'll pop a link in the box below so you can go and have a look at the blog about RSK ponies. They are critical with the Rare Breeds Survival Trust, and I've never actually seen any in the flesh, so it was nice to see them. They were very cute, and they had Bells and Dale's ponies and some Shetlands and a few others as well. So it was nice to see them, and good that they're there sort of trying to educate horsey people about breeds. We all, and I'm included, you know, we desperately want to save the rescue these poorly treated ponies from rescue centres like the Blue Cross and the RSPCA and everywhere. But there also are these, we also need to try and save these rare breeds by buying ponies that are from a rare breed, so our RSK ponies or Fell ponies or Dale's ponies, and the horses, the Clydesdales and the Shires and things, because they'll die out. So it's tricky, isn't it? Anyway, so it was really nice to go there. But the first big demonstration in the main arena was Jeff Billington. Now he's quite an old show jumper nowadays. He's sort of on the John Whittaker, sort of Michael Whittaker era. And he was really funny. He had some 12-hand ponies and some 14-hand ponies with their riders, and they did like a mini competition and then a jump off. And it's amazing to see how fast, especially the 12 hand high-ish ponies go, and how tight they turn up to the fences and stuff. It's just amazing. But so they did a competition first, but then Jeff rode 2 of his horses. First he did like a younger horse, and then he rode his current horse that he rides in all the big competitions, and he went faster around the same jump off course than the 12 hands, and he was cutting like as tight as the little tiny ponies. It was quite amazing to see, but he's really funny as well. So that was quite a good demo actually. I didn't know what to expect from that, but it was quite good fun, that. Then it was Charlotte Dujardin. She was there last year as well. She obviously really likes going, and I think she says it's really good experience for her young horses as well, to be somewhere where there's a big crowd, but it's not the pressure of a competition and things, so it's good to get them used to arenas and that sort of thing. She was riding a 6-year-old, and then she had another lady riding a 5-year-old, and it was really just comparing where they were in their training and stuff. So it was quite interesting. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as last year's, to be honest, but she's always good to watch, and you always learn something. So I still enjoyed it, I think, but maybe not as much as last year. But the last demo in the main arena was a guy called Lorenzo, the Flying Frenchman, I think. Look him up on YouTube or on the internet, because it was a fantastic demonstration. He has all these loose horses. Well, he stands on the backs of a couple. They have pads on mostly, and I don't think it's more on their hindquarters that he stands rather than on their backs. So they're obviously not. They're quite padded, but he's going over jumps standing on them. And he's got long reins going down to 2 more in front of the ones he's on, and then he's got all these loose horses following around over jumps and stuff. It's really difficult to describe, but you try and go to, I'll pop a link in the box below again to his website. Go and have a look, because it really was amazing. And if you get a chance to see him live, I think I would definitely go, because how he teaches them to do what they do is, must take a very, very long time. So that was the main arena. Then in the afternoon I went and watched a couple of demonstrations in the smaller arena. I watched a lunging demonstration. As you know, I do tend to lunge Basil quite a bit, but we do very basic stuff really. It's more just about getting him out, getting him going round and exercising, more than getting him working correctly and that sort of stuff. It's a good time for him to let off steam and things. But the lady who did this demonstration was a lady called Sarah Ridd, and I'd not heard of her. And she obviously does trains horses and riders and things. But she was talking a lot about your body position when you're lunging and how it affects the horse. But also talking about side reins. She had her older, more experienced horse on, but he wasn't that well behaved all the time, I don't think. But I was an interesting demonstration as well, seeing what you can actually do with your lunging sessions, and what you could actually achieve if you really put the time and the planning into it. I think really she had poles on the ground and all sorts. I find with Basil, if I have poles on the ground, he just goes round them. So that's obviously totally about me and my lunging ability. But yeah, she was interesting to watch, and maybe has inspired me to try some things. I'm not sure whether I'll manage any of it though, to be honest. So the next demonstration I saw in the small arena was Jason Webb. He was there last year. He's a really laid back Australian. And this year his demo was about getting a horse to go forward, or spooky horses. going forward's not really a problem I have with Basil, but I enjoyed his demo last year, so I thought I'd go again this year. And this year he was talking about, you know, when you go out on a hack, and Basil does it actually as well, when you're going out they sort of go really slowly and you have to really shivvy them along and they're not very enthusiastic. But then when you're on your way home they walk really fast and stride out and stuff. So he was saying make it so that to go out they have to work really hard to go out, so really get after them to go out and make them really go forward going out. So, and they'll get into the habit of doing that then. So they'll go really, so if you do it a few times, they will then really sort of go, and they won't associate being back at the yard with relaxing. It'll be, oh no, if I'm near here I've got to really go. It was interesting anyway, but he was also saying about a website he's set up which you can go on and look up and see if there's anything for any problems you might have with the horse. So they've got blogs about some stuff, videos about other stuff. I think it's, I'll put a link in the box below. I think it was called yourhorsemanship.com or something like that. I've had a little look because I looked, I thought it would be interesting to see what they got on loading and that sort of thing. So they have got quite a few things on there. And I think he was saying that if you have a problem that isn't on there, you can let them know and they will put something on there. It's not, you don't have to pay for anything, it's just a really useful sort of resource to be able to look up on how to tackle any problems you might have with your horse. So have a look at that as well, because that was really interesting and could be really useful. I think obviously it will grow and grow as they put more and more stuff on it, so that will be useful. So those are all the demos I saw really. I didn't go to the Equine Learning Zone this year, to be honest. Again, actually there wasn't really that much time. It's you know, in between each of the demos there's not much time in between them, and I wanted to have a quick look around the shops and stuff, so I didn't go there in the end. So it does make you think 2 days. Anyway, I picked up a few things, not a huge number, and probably nothing hugely exciting, to be honest. Because they're cheaper when you're there, like I did last year. I got a big wormers kit, worm count kit. I won't be worm counting them for a while because obviously they're going to be wormed for small encysted red worm in a couple of weeks' time, and then there's not much point worm counting until sort of February because all the worms are hiding away. But they're cheaper there, so that's a 4 worm count, so I'm 3, but you know, there we go. And I bought some tapeworm test kits as well. I'm going to leave them in the bag because it's really complicated with the barcodes and stuff. So I'll use them in the spring, but as I say, they're cheaper, so it's worth getting them when you're there because they're quite a lot cheaper to buy there. I also got a Red Wings calendar that I like to get every year for my planning. It's got all lots of the ponies you can adopt. You don't adopt them and take them home, you just basically give some money every month. Mine isn't on there this year, but there's always some nice photos, and having a calendar is very, very useful. I went to the, well actually no, that's not true. I got accosted by somebody from the NAF stand, and I usually totally ignore them, but for some reason I did go on the stand, and I tried, if you will remember, if you follow my blog and my videos, you'll know that Basil, I've been trying him on some supplements for his breathing this year. So the first thing I tried, the most recent thing I've been giving him is Hilton Herbs Shake No More Gold. And he's been having that a while. But I've decided it didn't make any difference. He didn't have any less episodes with his breathing since he's been on that, and he did before. So we finished that like 2 days ago, I think. Before that he was on, I tried him on NAF Easy Breathing, the powder. I'll probably do a review on the Shake No More. I did a review on the Easy Breathing powder earlier in the year, so I'll probably do a review on the Shake No More in the next few weeks, as long as I remember. But I talked to a lady on a NAF stand and she said try Respirator Boost. Now it is one of the ones I did sort of look at when I was looking at the end of last year, beginning of this year, on something to try. So I bought some in the liquid form because I think that they say that's better, it goes into their system more quickly, more easily. So, and it was on offer, it was like £5 off there. So I'm going to try him on this next. He usually doesn't have any problems until the spring, so I haven't quite decided yet whether to start him on it now to really give his system a good chance to really sort of improve and stuff before the spring, or whether to just not give him any until the spring. So I haven't decided on that, but I've bought that anyway to try with him. So I will keep you posted on my videos and my blog how we're getting on with that. The other thing I got there, which I often buy at these sorts of things, you will remember from some of my mini hauls I've done in the past, is a new sweatshirt. This one, I wanted to have a slightly different colour this time, so I was trying to find something sort of red. So this is sort of red. It's a better red than a bright red. And what it says on the back is very appropriate, I thought. So this is my sweatshirt. And it says on the back, I might as well do it because I will get the blame anyway. And it's quite appropriate and it made me laugh. So they actually had loads and loads of really, really good slogans on the back of sweatshirts, but most of them were navy blue, and I thought I really must not have another sort of navy blue top, so but yeah, I will try and find where I got it from and put you a link in the box below, but I can't promise I can remember because it was one of those stands. But yeah, they had some really good ones, and I do like my slogan sweatshirts, as you have probably noticed. Those are the things I got at Your Horse Live. I did nip to my local tack shop to get Tommy a new rug the other day because of all this rain. He's only got one rug. I only bought him one because I wasn't sure how he would take to it, and somehow we managed with one last year, but with all the rain we're having, he needs a dry one to alternate because they don't dry quick enough. So I went to buy him and it's exactly the same, to be honest, as the other one, but I also got some in advance treats. So if you remember from last Christmas, I got some of these for the horse, so I bought 2 bags this year. Because they went down so well. Yet could go a minty horse treat. So these are an advanced Christmas. Well, I'm not going to give them to them until Christmas, but I've got them now. And I also bought for Basil a Horse Licks, a respiratory one. He loves the paddock lick that I bought for Tommy, which Tommy has not really been that interested in. And Basil has absolutely loved it. So I bought this one really for him, and I thought if I bought the respiratory one it might help a little bit as well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to wait till Christmas or if I'm going to give him that now. I haven't decided, but we'll give that a go, and I'll let you know how we get on with that as well, because it'll be interesting to see how well that goes down for him really. It's got menthol and eucalyptus and aniseed in, and I recall those being good things for respiratory problems when I did my blogs on herbs last year. So yeah, so it'll be really interesting to see if that helps as well. We want to do as much as we can really. I hate having to give him Ventaformin, but yeah. So that is Your Horse Live, and the few not hugely exciting things that I have purchased recently. But sorry the video maybe isn't as exciting as usual. As I say, it's like chucking it down with rain, so it's a complete disaster trying to do anything outside today. Even worse than my one wet November or one wet day that I did last week, which was wet and horrible as well. But this is just horrendous. Anyway, I will stop going on, and I'll just say thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, bye.